What it do? It's part 2. Bear with me. I'm outside and I gotta, yell. I need a microphone. I need to do a whole podcast. The podcast will be set up though, don't worry. Right now it's just about the message, you know what I'm saying? Not the messenger. But part 2 on the mental dysfunctions, which is going to tie into the incarceration story. You know, I'm not gonna get into the open case, but I get into little instances and stories about that happened when I got booked. You know, this goes into evidence and details on why we need rehabilitation centers in certain sectors that compartmentalize these facilities and the obligations of these facilities and institutions that they're trying to play, because you have people with mental disabilities that's incarcerated, you know what I'm saying, and that's not good. Now you cause a collateral damage to somebody who is unbeknown to their own actions or unaware. But again, I hope I'm loud enough, so excuse me if I change tones. But yeah, first, the first thing, man, you get booked, get your calls or whatever, however that go. You get the whamming, trying to call who's who, make the best step, your next step, your best step. You dig? You trying to, you hear what I'm saying? Get somebody, get that bail or see what, you know what I mean? See what's up. So, anyway, I'm down in the country bumpkin town, so they set a little bail, even though it wasn't a valid charge. So I was trying to stay awake to see my bail get lowered. Anyway, in between time, I'm down there almost 2 weeks. You're in the isolation. First of all, they don't even have a big enough jail down in this country bumpkin town to separate their hold from the non-population from when you just isolated until you get in the system, basically. Then you go in the tier. But anyway, they had people in the same joint, so niggas that's getting punished from off the tier and getting sent to the hole are in the same place, what they call a shoot, in the same place as people that's just coming in. And then they understand. So you holding your own for sure. So watch this. First get in there, into the shoot, as I say, where it's the hole too, with people that already been there, they just in the hole or in the shoot for punishment. I get my little first hour out, skipping to the whole part. The nigga say, what's up, big dog? What the whoop? People geeking to talk to you. I ain't seen people in the da. So the dude trying to talk to me, he engages. He's like, whoop the whoop, bro, you alright? He ain't even really ask me where I'm from. I'm trying to think of that. He ain't even ask me where I'm from. The nigga just say, grab me and show me one of these. You know what I'm talking about? I told you about that. He had that thing with the attachment, the metal attachment. You know what it is. Shank. So, nigga like, yeah, you good? You need one of these? And in my head, like I said, he ain't even really engage about nothing or talk about nothing. Like I said, I know people geek to talk to new people, but still. Nigga, I'm like, what you showing? In my head, I'm like, what you showing me that for? This ain't my first rodeo. So in my head, I'm like, man, you just showed your cards for real. You looking weak. I don't care what you working with. You look weak. You know what I'm saying? No homo. You know what I'm saying? Or pause. That's a nicer word, as they say. Since we're in a sensitive century, I'm gonna say pause. But yeah, I'm like, why you show me that? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to keep that to yourself. I could be a CI. You don't even know who the fuck I am. Why the fuck is you showing me you got? Now I'm thinking either you a CI or you just too comfortable, and again you expose your hand. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you got it. My man. Excuse me, my man who bought the big TV. I'm at work. I told you I be making these videos at work on the clock for my people and off. You know what I'm saying? Living a double life for y'all, man. Living for God, really, not even a double life. Doing what I gotta do. So, anyway, in my head, he exposed his hand. I'm just trying to figure out why the heck would you do that? Because you don't know who you don't know who I know. Even if I'm not even on some CI or I'm going to tell the staff CO or not, because I'm not. You don't know if I'm just like, I'm going to take yours. I'm going to catch you when you loafing, and I'm going to take your shit. Excuse my language. Straight for the kids. So I don't know where they get this stuff from, man. Give me 1 second. Somebody pulled up. I don't know what time. what type of things they on, but that already let me know people exposing their hand. It's a new generation in town anyway. So when I seen that, I was kind of less alert. I'm like, all right, even though I should be on alert, I'm like less alert, because I'm like, if you showing your hand like that, you ain't the threat. So with that being said, I was told her to just pay it off. Like, nah, I'm good. Feel me? Little beat on, I'll make you look at a fork different. As soon as I got back to the little hole, I had to go shopping mines, just in case. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it home tonight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I had to go shopping that. Not for him, like I said, to me he exposed his hand, but just for anybody else that had it. Because now I know they on here in the hole. 1 second. Definitely, let's go over 5. Yeah, you guys, I gotta step off and go to another site in a minute. And I'm gonna do that part 2 to my history and economics lesson for why we need trades as young men, so we can be needed people. This is how this world or this society was revamped. Because as you know, I talk history because we gotta know where we came from, know where we're going. And you know, we already had a society before. We was interrupted by the Europeans, as I call it, the Great Interruption. Do your homework on my other YouTubers. Do your homework on DMV used to say homework and research. But I love when our people spread lingo, because this is how we do when we was tribal, when we was in our natural state of mind, which is being American, as I'm teaching anyway. So I ain't mad at that. I just want to shout out the DMV. Because the states do get their power, or the state of, as we know it, do get their power from the people, and the people are us for real, especially the original people, or copper-colored people. Again, shout out the Indigenous Day, or all my Tocton people, just a Toctonist Day on the 9th. We are the people who started these states and gave them the treaties. But to get back on point, I do gotta go to another site. So again, get your trades and be a needed man. We'll talk about that in part 2 of my economic lesson. But part 2 of this, of the psychosis, back to the mental dysfunctions and the violence and the pain that we put on our people, stuff that y'all wanted to hear, right? So anyway, I went back to my whole, you know what I'm saying, I got the make you look at a fork different now. I got the sharpening that mug, you know what I'm saying? Skipping 2 days later, 3 days later, the lady asked me, do you want to go to the POS, the tier, the population, the unit, whatever y'all want to call it. This, you know, some of them got tiers and different levels of floors. Some of them got dorms and stuff. This one was like a dorm really, so they call them pods. But 3 days later, she was like, yeah, you want to go to the pods? They already had me in a 2-man cell with 3 people, which I'm assuming for that, or do some type of unsanitation code, or breach of violation of unsanitary codes. You know, I get to reading the law. I'm gonna get on their butts. I'm not gonna play with them. Man, 3 of us in a 2-man cell. I was like, man, anyway. So by the time she comes 3 days later, and she asks, you know what I'm saying, one of y'all want to go to the pause or whatever. The other dude that I'm in there with, which is one, whatever black is, copper-colored, Toctonist person, and another dude is Caucasian. Meanwhile, side note, I'm on a Caucasian back road, like it's all Caucasians as you're passing. But the jail is literally 99%, except for that one man, white man that was in my cell. Two Caucasians that I seen in that shoot was dark, or Toctonist people, what you call black. How is that? This is what we need to change. This is what you need to hear in my story, y'all. I'm not doing this to promote violence. I know it's gonna catch y'all attention. I'm doing this to promote change, to have awareness and knowledge of our situation. My point is that the Caucasian dude was like, nah, I don't want to go. He already told me stories about how they keep waking him up. They don't let him go to sleep. They had little tablets and stuff in there already. Somebody done took his tablet or whatever. I said, oh, y'all living sweet, got the tablets, but y'all done let somebody take your tablet? But that's another story. My point is they were just living sweet because we only got tablets up top where, you know, I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. But anyway, I'm trying to go ahead, get to population, go ahead, get to bidding, because right now I'm stressing in this street, just cooling, doing nothing with this white man, because he's stressing, so I need to get around people that's bidding, you know what I mean? So, I'm cooling, I say, let me go. So I go to that park, right? While we walking there, she say, if you want to come, she ain't say if you want to come out, she say, if you want out, as if like, you know what I'm saying, like it's too much for me. If you want out, just kick on the door and we'll come get you. So let me rewind it back when I told you that they already understaffed. I'm gonna sue for that too. They already understaffed, so you up to your own. And again, I'm not in the shoot no more. I might go to population where, again, a nigga can touch you. You ain't just in there with the cell and the one-on-one, or you might get jumped, because again, you in a cell with 3 people, and the other 2 been in there already. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, you in population now where niggas gang, people know who, everybody got teams and cliques. So in my mind, this is what she's saying, like, this one I'm about to put you on a rough pod, just in case you don't want to be here, just go ahead, you can go back to the isolation. So I didn't say that, I just said, okay, I just looked at it like, okay. And I already know they understand, because even in the isolation part, in the shoot, it's supposed to be the whole, they didn't have no COs walking around or standing there the whole time. They had to come visit every other like 30 minutes. They had to come do a lap and come check the junks. And then they checked the count of the inmates, but they was gone. They wasn't behind the guard mirrors or nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you've been there, so most of them got guard mirrors where they can look out, reflect from an office. But they wasn't behind the office or nothing. They had to keep walking around the whole jail to go check on the other pods because they was understaffed. So if something happened and you leaking, you just, man, you gonna be there for a second till they call the other people. They gonna be waiting on the other people to come get you. And maybe air vacuum, if they air vacuum. But anyway, I digress on that. My point is, this guy hit the pod, once she told me that. You know what I mean? I keep calm because I understand how to live life. This will also teach our people about knowledge and intelligence. Intelligence and knowledge is gonna make you comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So with that being said, I hit the pod, I hit him, you know what I'm saying? I do my survey, look around, hit him with the off bucks. You know me, I'm more of a outgoing extrovert, and I'm gonna become an introvert sometimes when I feel like it. You know what I mean? You gotta watch about talking to people so much. So I just hit him with the whole group while they all chilling in their little day room on the side. I'm like, hey, what's the politics? You know what I'm saying? That's when niggas already see their face jump like, okay, little short, this ain't his first rodeo. Again, he knows something, and he not even talking like us he also from somewhere else, but he on that. So with that being said, and sorry if I'm speaking too much slang for all of y'all that don't understand. Just try to keep up. But this is not one of our proper etiquette videos where I'm talking knowledge and biology and science and economics and financial literacy. This is one of those right now. I told you I'm versatile. And this is why I promote our people to be versatile. There ain't nothing wrong with being versatile. There's nothing wrong with being smart. There's nothing wrong with having love in your heart. There's nothing wrong with showing your vulnerability. But it's something wrong if you can't protect yourself and protect your vulnerabilities. Protect what you stand for. That's the difference. And that's what we gotta learn. Again, spread the love. So anyway, I told them niggas, hey, what's the politics? Whoop. Niggas look, you see the special expressions, the gestures change. Like, okay, this not his first rodeo. One of the whoops put me on about the top bunks and bottom bunks, about people don't be on top bunks too much, and and okay, how we take our showers and how we cover up and stuff like that, and keep the proper etiquette going. I said, okay, boom. So one more point now. Now I'm just surveying the personalities. Surveying the temperature in the room, you know what I'm saying? I'm surveying who's who. Where my trying to see where my ass at so I know, you know what I mean? I don't want to talk too much anyway. Again, I'm just waiting on my bell to drop so I can get the fuck for it. I'm just losing my lane. So, things again, events or situations I gotta hurry up again and go to this site. But I say, one thing with the facility, they was playing with the temperature of the room. They had it cold as I don't know what. Then they dropped down the hat, and one of the inmates in there told me that they knew this. They're saying, hey, watch the temperature, man. You might want to keep your cover or order some long johns because these niggas will make it cold as I don't know what, and then put no air on at all, and make it hot. And this, I noticed when they was doing it on my first day up there, the first night, it got hot. And then you can see people attitudes changes, temperatures flaring. You know, I'm like, man, they doing this on purpose, man. I ain't gonna add the fake pest control that kept coming around spraying stuff, and then every time he sprays stuff, temperatures will flare up too. But it was neither here or there. We know on logical, we can say that they was controlling the temperature. And they kept going from extremely cold to Jurassically hot. I say, man, I know stuff popping off here now. So, one of the first things, man, is some dude that can't, I don't know, maybe can't stop dancing, but the dude just keep dancing and be talking to himself. I said, oh man, he was near this other dude bunk that didn't want him near his bunk, so you know it's about to go on here. He told the man, go ahead, get away from my bunk. The dancing dude and talking to himself couldn't stop and said, I ain't going nowhere, even though he could respond to you, he ain't that crazy. Which I asked the dude that I was talking to, it happened to be from B-More, so you know we locked in. I'm asking him, we call him B-More, of course. I'm like, B-More, why cuz whoop whoop, or why he acting like that? B-More was like, he actually smart, bro. I don't think he dumb. He's smart, you know what I'm saying? So I said, I took a word for it. I said, okay, maybe because just missing it a little bit or losing it in here. Again, psychosis. Getting out of touch from reality. That's the definition of a psychosis. Let me read that for y'all. Definition of a psychosis. A mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality. We'll say it one more time. A mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality. Now, 99% of the population has that, whether they're introverts, extroverts, or whatever, ambiverts. They are disconnected from reality. Let's go into the definition of reality, because maybe y'all lost that too. Reality. The world or the state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. That's also called connotation. When you take a word and you take it for what you think it is, not for really what it is. So that's what y'all doing with the world, and that's what 99% of America did with the world. Through food disorders and malnourishment, through institutionalizing indoctrination and suppressing people's feelings and questions and curiosities and self-interest, down to self-neglect and dysfunctional families, again, and passing down these mental curses. Created these psychoses that we have in America. Again, 99% of people driving around, whether they're doctors, whether they're lawyers, whatever, driving with a psychosis. At the time, it's their ego that got them stuck in a mental block. But back to the story. So the dude didn't move at all. You know what I'm saying? You know he didn't move. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't move at all. So the dude told him, you know, everybody got a little spot where they can go, you know, get it in that. And over here they call it the box, you know. So the dude over here telling him, what's up with you? The dude telling him, what you want? Go to the box, bro? You know I told you move from my bunk with the whoop. Dude's like, man, let's go to the box then. Dude that's talking to himself and can't stop dancing. I say, dog, this shit crazy. You know, I'm trying not to, I say, I'm too grown to be all in the fights, but I'm just thinking like, dog, why is they like, yo, what the heck? Like, this nigga has a mental disorder, obviously. But obviously you can't stand for it, so what do you do at that point? It's like, at this point, you in a reality where you set the normal to be gangster and not care for people who are not of that nature and not care for people who have mental disorders. It's not your job to care for people that. But since we don't have the awareness, we don't put that extra pun intended to make sure we do something for the mentally handicapped or mentally ill. Sometimes we do because we got the elderly that be locked up and all this other stuff. But again, when you have that sublime line or that indefinite, that indefinite, you know, blurred lines where you can't tell a dude is really mentally gone, because most of these people, again, have psychosis anyway on a normal tip, even if we think they're normal. You think they're going to he going to say, I'm not going to fight him, or I'm going to leave him alone, or I'm not going to stab him, I'm going to leave him alone, or I'm not, harm is going to be done now. So anyway, they go to the box, they get the rumbling, long story short, the dude that can't stop dancing and talking to himself, I'm not gonna say he got the best of him, but he kind of did his thing. Hold on. My bad, guys. Got my phone. Have all this noise here. Put my stuff back in the truck. But anyway, dude wins, man. Or not, really beat him up or nothing. But he kind of like ended the fight. This is why I say he won. He caught him with the eye popper. And Jolly made his eye bleed a little bit. See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm sorry, that car threw me off, bro. Certain things that throw me off. I'm in the mode telling y'all this story. Had to move and finish the story so I can get to this site. But anyway, with that being said, kind of caught him with the eye popper. Y'all know the eye popper stopped the fight, man. Y'all know what's going on. So, when the eye popper stopped the fight, it was a wrap. Of course. Because of that, you know what I mean? They stopped for real. They stopped it. I was bleeding. They was talking mess to each other. Dude was like, "Yeah, I could have popped your eyeball out and ate it and used it as protein." I said, "Yo, this the craziest stuff that be going on." But look, Mo, let me tell you this. My point of the story is like, what happened if the other dude really hurt it? The dude that couldn't stop dancing and talking to himself. Then people would have been like, "Oh, we ain't counting your win," or "We ain't giving you no cards or no cool points for that," or we basically, matter of fact, probably be mad at you like, "Damn, bro, you ain't had to do them like that." But yet, even though that type of part that I was on, they was kind of a little bit more mature. A lot of them was coming from the feds. And with that being said, a lot of them wasn't inciting fights or instigating stuff. They was on minding their business. But they wasn't gonna stop nothing either for me. Still jail. The point is that people do have morals though. They're just trying to mind their own business. So my point is they already powerless in their situation. So my point is that not to mention it was over nothing, because they could have came to a common understanding because we just moved from the bed, but we in jail, I guess. Two, the mental psychosis of us not overcoming and being aware of the environment that we put in and the circumstances that we are in, period, as a people, because it was black on black, whatever that is, a talk town on talk town. We could move better even when we get put in situations like that. But somehow we don't think that way because we think small-minded, which I'm trying to tell us we're thinking small-minded in the holistic point. When we think economically, we're thinking small-minded. When we think racially, we're thinking small-minded. When we're thinking anything else but classism, land, and resources, we're thinking small-minded. If we don't have a method to get to our land, resources, and our nationality as a class, we're thinking small-minded. It's not worth dying for. We all are promised to die though, so what are we going to die for? Even though we're in the streets dying over nothing. So anyway, dude caught his eye popper, they stopped. They were just rapping and talking to each other. He talking next to him, he eat his eyeball, stuff like that. So, again, the temperature changing. It's going back to cold. Now everybody chilling out, literally. Let's forget about it, cause ice is eye down and whoop the whoop, all that other stuff. Man time. So a couple of days go by. In between these days, you know me, I'm bidding. People trying to figure out what I'm from, how they figure out like this, see, but you know me, I'm keeping it quiet. talking, they catching my lingo, you know, they sizing you up, trying to see what's up, talking to you, whatever. Once they cut their riff, you know, like my 4/5 for my weekend, I done caught the riff, niggas done, you know, niggas ain't trying that shit, basically. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't going for it, but niggas ain't trying that shit. And that's all I needed, because I don't be trying to do all that running tier and be bitching niggas or base niggas for food or over the, you know the game, I ain't gonna say too much. I don't be doing all that. All I wanted to do was, like I did, to finishing in my sharpening it. You dig what I'm saying? Make you look at a fork different. And then cooling it until my bell's in it, you know what I'm saying? Even if I had to do a bid, I always want to just chill in my own business, get some knowledge on or something. But like I said, when we get this knowledge, should be having to do bids, because all these things are, these states and all this thing is commercial. United States, you know what it is. It's a corporation. Let's not get into that, because this is why they blackball my videos. We'll talk about that on other videos. Anyway, another situation, right after they came and sprayed the fake pest control stuff, they're gonna change the temperature again. These two dudes that was hanging with each other the whole time, it's part of a young little crowd. You know what I'm saying? Mostly, I think GD's down there, they got from another state. Most of them was bloods, but this little crew, the young crew was like GD. So anyway, it was cool. So long story short, you know, we don't even do those ties, so I really ain't even had no real problems. A nigga really wanted to try it, but I'll tell you about that in another second. Nigga ain't trying nothing, like I told you, but I'll tell you something in a second. Anyway, these two dudes was cool. I don't know what happened, why it happened. Oh, I caught the riff of it. Dude was on the phone, and the other dude was trying to tell him to hurry up and, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, he not bitching, they friends. Excuse my language. He just telling them, hey bro, hurry up so I can whoop the whoop. Other dude, like I'm on the phone, so that's what I mean by psychosis. I guess it's ego with it. You know, people on the phone hearing them, they don't know how cool you is with the other dude that's rushing you to, so you like, hold up, no. So dudes say, oh bruh, don't be rushing me, you see me on the phone and whoop the whoop. So he let it be known, his vulnerability, that bruh, you know, I'm trying to like in my feelings right now because I'm on the phone. So he yelling back at him. But again, who gonna catch the words like, oh my bad? Instead of just doing that, the other nigga yell back again. Like, bro, what do they whoop? Tell me next time I ain't do the whoop. Now it goes up. So the two dudes that's arguing don't even fight. It's another dude that kind of butts into the argument. It's like, well, both of y'all whoop the whoop. And now them two get into it. Which is funny because they the same height. So I guess it was meant for it. The other dude was a little bit bigger than he was right before getting into it. But anyway, life goes. So that's how serious the ego be too. See how we forget another debt, we forget our biggest adversary, and we won't forgive each other. Watch this. So they get into it. That's what I mean by emotional trauma. This is trauma. Because you sane enough, you cognitive enough to remember this, but we're not cognitive and sane enough to take back our land that we allowed them to trick us out of. Take back our nationality that they discriminated and denationalized us out of. Watch this. So the dudes argue, it kind of fade away a little bit, but before the fade away, the dudes already asked each other, like, yo, what you want to go to the box? Like, that shit like an I do in marriage. It's a vow. Like, once you say that, it's like you kind of gotta go to the box, especially if you sit in front of everybody, or you better apologize in front of everybody, because their ego. So, he was like, man, it ain't about nothing. We said, all right, bet. So, you know, all right, bet. And so it's official, it's a vow. It's like, nigga, whether it's now or later, we wait till after child or whatever, we gonna go to that box. Die down, CO, staff come do a shakedown and all that, so they don't go yet anyway. Do a shakedown, couple niggas get sent to the shoot for having that on. Me, like I said, I make them look at the fork different, so my shit just tucked right in front of their face. They don't even know it, 'cause it look like, you feel me, but it's actually, so anyway, with the attachment on it too, but y'all saying that you do your imagination on what you can do with it. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't need to know. So yeah, don't fuck around and find it. Don't mess around and find out. Excuse my language, man. Look, pardon me. So anyway, about good 30 minutes rolled past. Literally, staff come do the shakedown. Staff come take people down to the chute, to the hole. Come give them disciplinary actions for, you know, having contraband and stuff like that. Almost an hour passed, really. And guess what? These niggas ain't forget. That's